Well, we're here now, looking at this. Now, some of you, I don't think I've ever put this up actually, to be honest with you. One of my other interests, and well, I'm very interested actually. I have been for a very long time, but due to all my other hobbies, I haven't really done a lot to it. But my other interest is steam. I love steam traction engines and locomotives, etc. More so the traction engine side of things. And as you'll see in an upcoming video, my friend is lucky enough that his granddad's got a real sized one, but I've only got these little ones, and I'm going to be doing some videos on them. And this is one of mine that I think my uncle gave it to me when I was really young, maybe 5 years old, I'm not sure. I'll have to do a bit of investigation in that. But when I was younger, probably weren't old enough to technically be playing with fire, but I was. So there we go, meths and sawdust and a bit of fire and some water, and this little thing here is a lot of fun. Now, it has sat in my old, I used to have a big garage in my mum and dad's garden, a big, probably fit 1.5 cars in it, 2 cars in it. We erected this big garage, which was my little place in their garden. They had a big garden. When I moved out, I left this train in there, and that's where it stayed ever since. It's like derelict now in the back of their garden. And I thought to myself the other day, I want to get my old steam train out. So I asked my dad to find it for me, and he went and found it in the garage there, in the shed. But it's deteriorated somewhat. It's an original. It's an original Mamod, or however you want to pronounce that, steam tractor. One of the first ones, I believe. Some of you might know a bit more than me, but because it was a bit melted now, but it was a red handle there. That's a red one, and I believe that's one of the first ones. About 40 years old, I think this is. But some of you lot will know more about it than me. But sadly, like I said, it's rusted away, and the little water sight glass has fallen out. Unfortunately, I don't know where it is. It must be somewhere. This is all rusted away. That's no longer going to be any good. Still got the little tray in there, which I'm going to be cleaning up. I'm going to refurbish the whole lot, but I've got a funny feeling that this little burner thing might be at the end of its. Let's take the little hood thing off. I'm going to try and refurbish this as much as possible, but I have been looking around on the internet, and there's a lot of parts for these, so I think I might better, fix a lot of it up. I might just give this a paint. I'm going to have to see if I can find some more original stickers to put on here after I've painted it again, but I'm sure I better do that, no problem. I remember when I was young, maybe when I was about 14 or so, my dad took this and he took all the little pipes off and he fixed it all up, and it was mint. And I used it a lot. I used to sit out in the garden and I used to just fire it up and let it chug away. I loved it, I did. That's the little, well, that seems to be jammed. Might have to get a bit of oil on that. That's where you fill up the boiler. This is the boiler. That's where you fill up the boiler. A little filler there. It's got a little release. Oh, there it is. Look, it was a little bit jammed. That's a little pressure relief valve. That worked as far as I know. This all needs to be repainted. TE1A, I think that's it. That's the model of it. I'm going to repaint the wheels. As you can see, like, they're well used. It used to chug around the garden quite a lot. I don't know where the little band is. As like a little spring, little band spring thing, metal spring, what goes around the flywheel here, which goes on there. Now the little piston seems a little bit stiff. I ain't really done much. It's been sat in the garage, in the moist, in the damp, in the cold, for must be 7 years, unless my maths are off, but it must be about 7 years at least. It's been sat there, it rusting away. I never really respected it as much as respect as it was due, to be honest with you, because they're a good model. It's a shame all that's rusted away, but I think that's gone now. But I've seen on the internet you can buy new ones of these. They're attached to the boiler though, So it's gonna be a whole new traction engine effectively. But I'm sure about to refurbish the piston and the little crank, the flywheel there. It's all about reuse. I better reuse the whistle. That seems to still spring up and down and work, I hope. I just need to get a new boiler. Sorry, a new burner, whatever this is called. I'm going to call it a burner. I need to get a new one of these, which I've seen. They're not cheap, but I'm going to get one just to restore this, you know. And yeah, repaint the wheels, give all the boiler a paint up, everything a paint up, the chimney a paint up, and the little hood thing a paint up, and we'll be well away. You're going to see many videos of this, and if you're interested in Steam, there'll be some videos of other ones that I've got, and I dare say this is going to be the start of another hobby. Well, it always is a hobby, but as what happens with me, I start hobbies, and I forget about them and do another hobby, and then I come back to it, and then I get proper into it, and that's where I spend all the money and time, as you'll see with all the CB radio, and then I go on to other things. But anyway, so this is going to be a good little project. If you want to stay tuned, then you'll see I'm going to do videos of each step of the restoration project of this little traction engine. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned, because it should be good. I'm going to take it all apart and do it all properly. Nice little restoration. And once it's ready to be fired up, I'm going to fire it up, and hopefully we'll have a little chugger. Chug, 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 chug. Full steam ahead and everything, like, you know. Little whistle there. I've seen they do little pressure gauges where you replace the whistle, you take the whistle off, and it has a little pressure gauge, so you can see what pressure your boiler's at. That would be quite interesting. I might get one of those, but they're about 44 quid, man. 44 quid for a little pressure gauge, but it does look the nuts. So I might get one of those. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to see how much the new burner thing costs me, and then we'll go from there. But it's all riveted on, you see, so it's going to be, I don't know, it's going to be a bit difficult trying to get all the rivets out. They might be a pain, but hey ho, we'll get there eventually, I'm sure. So that's that. So, like I said, stay tuned if you're interested in seeing the restoration. It's probably going to be over a few weeks. I might even span it over a few months actually, but there'll be regular videos on it. So that's a little bit jammed. The wheels are a little bit jammed there. They need a bit of oil, but they're okay. So yeah, man, stay tuned, and you should see a nice little restoration project. And in between, I'll do videos of the other ones, from proper nice ones, steam traction engines. A lot of memories there for me. Obviously, like, it's about 40 years old, like, so probably memories for everyone else as well. Chugging around the garden, chug 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 chug. Love it.